What's getting YouTube? Back at it again with another reaction. We about to react to his first take. Stephen A. and Max Kellerman reacted to James Harden performance. Let's get it started.
But the problem with James Harden is
They
he's
say
what I
he
would call a
choked,
dead-end
just
player,
like he choked as a
which means
six
that
man.
he's so good, he will be the primary ball handler on some teams.
He
will be the primary offensive option.
It's like he's scared of the moment.
But he's simply not good enough as that guy to win you a championship.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Enough. And so in a set, he's tantalizing because if he's available, of course you're going to want to get him. But ultimately, he's a dead end. Now, when I say he choked, am I talking about like this indicates Stephen A. some kind of character flaw in James Harden? No, I'm not even going there. But I
think the moment get too big for him.
About upper echelon athletes once the playoffs start.
Yeah.
James Harden's game is largely based on manipulating rules, drawing contact. That's not
and you don't get a lot of that in the playoffs.
Fouls called on them. It's so the defensive player doesn't foul. But James Harden and many others, by the way, throughout the history of basketball, have manipulated and exploited those rules.
True.
So that they get to the free throw line, right? When he chucks up a shot, which is clearly not really a shot attempt, but the referees, I guess, well, philosophically, you can't prove it's not a shot attempt, and let him go shoot 3 free throws.
They figured him out early in that, well, I think game 5.
He's manipulating the rules.
He was tired, but this game, he looked like he was fucking off the drugs. The little B effect. For real. He looked real cursed out there.
Or Larry Bird's anticipation.
Shit is crazy.
Something like that to compensate for other physical or athletic shortcomings. When you don't have something like that, and so much of your game is based on the exploitation or manipulation of rules, and you don't have that high-end athletic ability, come crunch time, you are not going to be as effective as the actual best players in the game who do.
No, because Chris Paul is not athletic, and he's still effective in the fourth quarter. You can't say that.
In the playoffs, they don't hit as well. It's the reason why LeBron James, when push comes to shove, who has that crazy basketball IQ, but
Curry's not. Curry can dunk, but he's not super athletic.
Counts most. And James Harden, when faced with real opposition and a disciplined defense in the playoffs where you're not going to get all those calls, a lot of his game's based on that stuff, and suddenly that stuff goes.
He looked like an ordinary player.
Upper end athletic ability by NBA standards, by the standards of the history of humanity, he's an upper end athlete. By NBA standards, he lacks that kind of upper high end athletic ability, and that is exploited in the playoffs, Stephen A.
You're waxing philosophically about it, and I'm not going to sit up here and say that you're wrong, but I'm going to say it's irrelevant on this particular day. James Harden didn't show up last night.
Nope.
To choke, to quit, to do the things that others said that he had to do or he must have done last night. You actually have to show up and be in attendance to do those things. And
he was nowhere in the fucking building.
Be an investigation.
Yo, Stephen A.
I mean,
yo.
I don't know what the drug is that mellows your mood and just has you
like he was off a drug or something.
Or whatever the case may be.
Look at the layup he missed.
But but I don't know what it is. I did not recognize that dude last night. Max Kellerman, he didn't attempt a shot.
He looked like from when they faced the Heat in the 2012 finals.
Nowhere to be found. He wasn't aggressive. He was passing
scared to shoot.
To the point where
he didn't fucking shoot until the fucking second quarter. What the fuck?
You had a whole bunch of people looking at him. It got so bad that he was sitting on the bench. It was just him and Mike D'Antoni, and Mike D'Antoni was spinning the clipboard because
yeah, I saw that shit.
He had no suggestions whatsoever. He seemed to be just as lost as everybody else. I wish that I could side with you and say, quote unquote, he choked. But that would mean you're panicking and all of this other stuff in terms of my definition. Max Kellerman, he never showed up. I think there should be an APB out for him. I think there should be some kind of investigation. I want to know what he was drinking before the game.
Yeah, he was drinking something.
Food, his drinks, whether or not something was spiked.
That's that little B curse, man. Stop doing this, bro. Stop.
How demure, how just out of it. He appeared to be no aggression whatsoever. And to me, that was what resonated with his performance. He didn't even try, and I said it on SportsCenter last night, Max, before I went on SportsCenter, immediately following the game, I had 5 Hall of Famers swearing he quit. By the end of it,
It looked like he quit, though.
Like he quit, and I was like, "Don't you have to show up in order to quit?" Because he didn't even show up.
He quit before the fucking game started.
Talked about the limitations of his game in terms of athletic ability and how that can get exploited. We also have to talk about the psychology of it, the emotional and mental component of his game. He choked in Oklahoma City as a sixth man in the finals. He choked. And this is not the first time, even in this series, that he choked.
He got his shit punched by Ginobili. Come on, you supposed to win that game in overtime. Without Kawhi Leonard fucking playing. Come on. Fuck is you doing? How the fuck you that why play basketball if you fucking that scared of the moment? Fuck wrong with you? Pissing me off.
At that moment, Jonathan Simmons is shutting him down. Listen, you have to.
Yo, Jonathan Simmons is a good player. He was stripping the ball out of James Harden every time in Game 6. Every time he run the pick and roll, he snatch the ball right before behind him. Every time.
I always talk about we have to wait till the end of the playoffs to really see who the MVP is. All those regular season games, whatever.
If MVP went into the playoffs, Westbrook nor James Harden would be the MVP.
And when you need James Harden, he wasn't there. He's
not
an MVP candidate. Not really.
Nope. I agree with him. And that's crazy because you the superstar of the team. You supposed to win that game in Game 6. Without Kawhi Leonard playing? Are you serious? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what goes through his mind? Like, I'm really starting to think he's cursed. Like, for real. Lil B cursed. You better stop doing this. This shit is crazy. And if they would have advanced past the Spurs, imagine what the fucking Warriors would have did to them. The Warriors would have fucking embarrassed them. They would have had James Harden on lock. Just like Spurs games, he didn't even show up. I think he would have never showed up against the Warriors. Because the Warriors would have got in his head. It's my opinion. What y'all think, though? That's it in the video. For more reactions, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.